Michael. Happy Groundhog Day. Happy Groundhog Day to you. Happy Groundhog Day. I got that. That's right. Michael joining us today, a naturalist, also Canadian University lecturer in biology and environment and have to get paid. We need to put fuel in these buses, whether they're, electric or diesel, whatever it is. They need to get ready to go. So to have all those components in place, somebody's got to pay for it at the end.
And I think you'd agree, whether you ride transit or not, to see a bus go by that has only 2 or 3 people on it on an ongoing basis is really hard to digest.
It really is, and it is a challenge because sometimes some of those routes, other parts of the route, they're very full, and it's usually the beginning or the end. But yeah, we need to think about how it is we're going to deliver that service, how it is we can make the service more appealing, so to attract more riders, maybe it's rerouting it to make it a little more direct
it's a fantastic month for the heart student, for the community. The whole goal of this campaign is really just to raise awareness of heart disease and support the Heart Institute. It's a clinical team and as well as this research team to try to grow and take better care of those in the Ottawa community and beyond.
And when I think about heart disease, I tend to think about men, but I've been told that that's wrong. We should think about women, and that women have a lot of challenges with their heart, but it doesn't come top of mind when we think about it.
That's a fantastic question. I think that all of this raises awareness for heart disease, and absolutely the case is often a lot of the early studies that looked at therapies broadly for coronary disease or valvular heart disease, all of these trials involve predominantly male patients, and then the conclusions, although are extrapolated to the population, really came from just men. So the Heart Institute, I think, is very innovative, with a lot of very innovative decisions that are going to target clinic to increase this awareness of heart disease in women, and also to develop trials and studies that would
receive some sort of preventative information or some sort of connection to the Heart Institute. So thank you so much for bringing your talents to the Capitol and sharing time with me today.
Thank you so much for having me on this, and certainly, thank you so much to the community for all the support of the Heart Institute. I'm just one voice, but on behalf of everyone at the Heart Institute, that is just awesome, and I really appreciate the support. Certainly, it drives a lot of our clinical work, and certainly drives all of our research and innovation.
Absolutely. Dr. Vincent Chan joining us today, cardiac surgeon, Division of Cardiac Surgery at the University of Ottawa Heart Institute. It is, of course, Heart Month, an important time to be thinking about our own heart health. Lots of great information, by the way, on the University of Ottawa Heart Institute's website for you if you're looking to maybe improve your heart health. Well, it was 7 years ago today that I lost my father, and I love him so much. I miss him so much, and we went through such a challenging time with him. He was diagnosed with cancer, and our family had the opportunity to really keep him at home and have that palliative care and have that time. And I just will never forget the opportunity to spend time with him in his last days. And my dad, I'll tell you, he was very quiet. I know you hear me talking a lot, and my dad was very quiet. He's very humble, and he's got a wicked sense of humor. He was the funniest guy I've ever met. And for him to have passed away on Groundhog Day, it was his way of saying to us, "You'll never forget me, kid." And we don't. Stay with us here on City News.
Sam LaPratt will be right back on City News.
101.1 FM and 1310 AM.
Buildings should be designed for everyone, including the 1 in 5 Canadians living with a disability. Rick Hansen Foundation Accessibility Certification Training teaches those responsible for designing and managing buildings how to create inclusive spaces. Learn how to improve accessibility and inclusion for people with mobility, vision, and hearing disabilities. Residents of Ontario are eligible for free tuition thanks to funding provided by the Government of Ontario. Register today at rickhansen.com/courses.
Hi, I'm Brian Berlot, CEO at Maxis Staffing and Recruitment. Are you currently seeking temporary or permanent employment? Maxis can assist you in landing the perfect position today. Professional, IT, administration, call center, assembly or trades, get the job you want. Visit maxis.ca, maxsys.ca.
Maxis has helped over 100,000 people get jobs. Let them help you. Get started today. Visit maxis.ca.
Now streaming on City TV Plus from executive producers Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg and the director of Borat. Subsequent movie film comes the new series Paul T. Goldman.
Beat me up, Scotty. I'm in the Twilight Zone.
About the true yet unbelievable story.
Shortly after we were married, she was trying to fleece Paul out of money. That started the discovery of her secret life. I couldn't make this up. It happened to me.
Paul T. Goldman, now streaming on City TV Plus with Prime Video channels.
Can't remember the last time I felt good. Even just the thought of going outside makes me anxious.
My relationship's on the rocks. What's there to be happy about?
Having the winter blues is a real thing, but you don't have to go through it alone. The Center for Interpersonal Relationships, psychologists, and psychotherapists provide psychological and assessment services to children, adolescents, adults, couples, and families. With over 65 clinicians to serve you, you won't have to worry about lengthy wait lists. Learn more at cfir.ca today.
This is City News.
CIWW 1310 AM in Ottawa.
And CJET 101.1 FM in Smiths Falls and the Valley.
From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Emily Joveski. Canada has extended mandatory COVID-19 testing and screening for travelers from China, Hong Kong, and Macau. The renewal is set to last for another 2 months. The government mandated the pre-boarding test last month after China removed long-standing public health restrictions, causing a countrywide outbreak of the virus. The co-writer of an opinion piece that led to criticism of Almira El-Gawabi's appointment as the federal government's special representative on combating Islamophobia says he thinks she's perfect for the job. The Bloc Québécois and the Quebec government have called for her to resign. Bernie Farber, the chair of the board of the Canadian Anti-Hate Network, says he's shocked by the reaction to El-Gawabi's appointment.
She is probably the finest appointment that the Prime Minister could have made. She's wise, she's thoughtful, she's courageous. Doesn't mean that she's perfect. None of us are perfect, and we will make mistakes from time to time. But the thing with Mira is that she recognizes when she has made mistakes and does everything she can to make them right.
El Gouabi has apologized for the 2019 op-ed, which quoted an opinion poll and suggested that Quebecers who support the province's religious symbols ban are motivated by anti-Muslim sentiment. Ontario says it's in full support of the federal government's push to make healthcare funding contingent on data reporting. A healthcare plan was released today by Health Minister Sylvia Jones. The province says it will continue to work with other provinces and territories to get support for a national healthcare data system. Alberta opposition leader Rachel Notley says Premier Danielle Smith's government needs to end its long-running fixation with pulling the province out of the Canada Pension Plan.
If this UCP government is continuing to toy with this risky gamble to undermine the security of Albertans' pensions, then they have an obligation to come clean on that well before the election.
The UCP government has been researching for well over 2 years a report on the pros and cons of pulling out of CPP and creating an Alberta pension plan. And a dead whale washed ashore in Hawaii over the weekend.
It died in part because of debris found in its stomach that shouldn't have been there.
At least 6 different types of nets, at least 2 different types of plastic bags.
Christy West at the University of Hawaii Health and Standing Lab says the body of the 56-foot-long, 120,000-pound whale washed ashore. It's the first known case of a sperm whale in Hawaii waters ingesting discarded fishing gear. I'm Ed Donahue.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Canadian tennis star Felix Auger-Aliassime will get a chance to help Team World defend its Laver Cup title when the tournament comes to Canada this fall. The 22-year-old from Montreal is the first player named to captain John McEnroe's 6-man team. There are no games in the NHL tonight as the league takes a break for its All-Star weekend. Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, and Alex Ovechkin will again be star attractions at the event in South Florida. Curling Canada has gone international to find a replacement for longtime high-performance director Gary Peckham. Scottish two-time world champion David Murdoch is set to take over the position at the end of the current curling season. And the BC Lions have signed American defensive back Gary Peters to a 2-year contract extension. From the Canadian Press, I'm Emily Joveski.
You are listening to a repeat broadcast.
This is City News
on 101.1 FM and 1310 AM.
The Sam LaPrat Show continues on City News.
101.1 FM and 1310 AM.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today on City News. I'm Sam LaPrat. We're getting ready for lots of great guests for you today. We're going to be spending some time with Reverend Dr. Anthony Bailey in a little bit. Of course, it is Black History Month, and Reverend Bailey was very fortunate recently to win a very prestigious award. We're going to talk to him about that as well. He's from Elmdale United Church. We appreciate him joining us today. Eric Elber is going to be here as well. It's Thursday, which means it's all things music with Eric Elber. We're going to be talking about basically making an album. What does that look like? Making 11 of them is another matter entirely. We're going to be talking about some classic albums that happen to be on their 11th album, which is really interesting. So we're going to be speaking about different artists, including the Beatles, the Beach Boys, Fleetwood Mac, some of my favorites there. We appreciate that very much. We're going to be speaking as well with a couple of different community members on our lunch today. Mark Taylor is going to join us. He's a former city councillor. Of course, he's with United Way East Ontario now. And Mary Ann Wilkinson is going to join us. She's the former mayor of Canada and, of course, former councillor for Canada North. So Mary Ann's going to join us. We're going to be talking about all things city budget, a couple things on the national level as well. And then we're getting ready, of course, for the business lunch. We've got lots of different great guests for you today, including Liz Connell's going to join us. She's the co-owner of the African Brown Honey. We're going to be speaking with her a little bit later, and we're going to be talking a fall tulips too. So looking forward to all of that. We certainly have lots to chat about today. I don't know, are we waiting for a very special guest today, which I know we're very excited about.
Yes, very, very excited. It's,
Yes.
I don't know about you, but when I was growing up in a large household with a lot of siblings, WWE SmackDown vs. Raw was kind of a staple in our household.
Right.
And more so my brother could test the moves out on me.
Right.
But, yeah, I'm pretty excited for this next
Right.
one.
So we are waiting, hopefully, to chat today. We know she's super busy with Candice LeRae. She's, of course, a WWE superstar, so we know she's super busy. I think this is an opportunity for us to know that they're coming back to Ottawa. So they haven't been here since 2010.